Welcome to the Nomad Love and Community podcast. I'm Sophia Chen with James Mitchell. If you're tired of feeling lonely while traveling or struggling to build real connections on the road, you're in the right place. Today, we're exploring First 72 Hours, how to build real connections fast when you land, with honest stories and practical strategies. Let's dive in. Picture this. You step off the plane, dragging one suitcase, heart half excited, half heavy. You check into a small apartment. You scroll social apps, and by evening you realize you've gone 12 hours without a real conversation. The single question we'll answer today is simple. What do you do in the first 72 hours so those 12 hours become 12 new connections instead?
I love that image. It's familiar to so many of us. Before we break it down, quick ground rules. Respect and consent always. Avoid stereotypes and prioritize your energy so you don't burn out. Success looks like leaving your first 3 days with real contact points and at least one plan to meet again. Sound good?
We received a listener submission that captures this perfectly. Anna, a freelance designer, wrote, I landed in Porto and spent my first 2 nights scrolling hostel groups and feeling like a wallflower. I wanted friends, not just surface chats. By day 3, I felt invisible. Anna's feeling, the gap between wanting connection and not knowing how to start, is exactly what we'll unpack.
Anna's story hits a lot of common pain points. Approach anxiety. You want to meet people but worry about rejection. Energy limits. Travel days drain you. Cultural misreads. Different norms make small talk feel risky. All that adds up and paralyzes people into scrolling. The good news? Each barrier has a practical countermove.
Let's deep dive into those barriers briefly. Approach anxiety often hides the real fear. Will I be seen? Will I bother them? Reframe that fear as curiosity. You're genuinely interested in someone's story. Energy limits are real. You don't need 90 events. And cultural misreads can be reduced by one small habit. Asking a simple, open question about local favorites instead of assuming anything.
Curious, practical countermoves look like this. Prepare a prioritized contact list before you land. Choose 2 energy-appropriate event types for day 1 and have 3 honest conversation openers ready. I want to give listeners a quick logistics frame, where to post availability, how to safely pick a first meet spot, and how to read energy cues so you leave on a high note.
I'll unpack the psychology side. For conversation openers, use curiosity-based prompts that invite story sharing but respect boundaries. Examples: what's one local dish you'd send to a friend abroad? Or what's a neighborhood secret you love here? These are low pressure and reveal values. For follow-up rituals, try a quick recap message later the same day. Great meeting you. Loved that recommendation about the bakery. Want to grab coffee tomorrow? It's specific and easy to respond to.
On the event side, prioritize by energy. If you're low on energy after travel, pick a daytime co-working meetup or a casual coffee-styled event. If you've got more energy, a small language exchange, board game night, or a guided walking tour is great. A key rule: pick events where people expect to meet others. It removes awkwardness and gives you structure to lean on.
Let's give listeners some short, honest scripts you can adapt. Script 1 for meeting at a cafe. Hi, I'm Sophia. I'm new here and exploring the neighborhood. What's one place you wish you'd discovered sooner? Script 2 for a co-working table. Hey, I'm settling in for a few hours. Do you know any local groups that do project nights? These scripts are simple, authentic, and anchored to curiosity rather than performance.
Real quick, how to signal confidence without posturing. Use relaxed posture, make eye contact for a beat, offer your name, and speak in one honest sentence. Confidence on the road isn't loud, it's reliable. You show up and you follow through. That reliability is magnetic to other nomads who are also looking for stable connections.
Now, 2 quick examples so listeners can picture this in action. Example 1, dating focused. Maria lands in Valencia, posts in a local Facebook group saying she's up for a rooftop sunset on day 2. She meets Carlos and 2 others, has short conversations, follows up with Carlos that evening referencing a shared joke, and they plan a low-pressure walk the next day. That single follow-up turned a brief meet into a date-worthy second meet.
Example 2. Friendship-focused. Sam arrives in Chiang Mai, picks a daytime co-working meetup, sits near someone working on a travel blog, asks about resources, shares his own tip about a hiking group, and leaves with 3 Instagram handles and a plan to join a weekend group hike. Because he asked a practical question and offered value, the connection stuck. Small exchanges, clear next steps.
Okay, the actionable 72-hour checklist. Pre-arrival. Pick 2 online hubs to post availability. List 3 local event types you'd enjoy, and save 2 safe meeting spots. Day 1 priorities. Arrive, hydrate, do a short walk to orient, post a hello note in one group, and attend 1 low-energy event or cafe meet. Day 2 priorities. Follow up same day with anyone you clicked with, attend a small social event in the evening, and schedule a specific plan with one person. Day 3 priorities. Choose 1 longer activity like a group hike, co-host a small meetup, or invite someone for a half-day outing. Always leave space to rest and scale activities to your energy.
2 quick pacing rules to avoid burnout. The 60-30 rule. Spend 60% of your available social energy on planned meets and keep 30% as buffer for spontaneous invites or rest. And the minimum viable connection. Aim for 1 meaningful exchange per day rather than 10 superficial ones. That keeps your reserves intact while creating momentum.
Emotional takeaways. It's okay to feel nervous, and it's okay to say no when you need rest. Authenticity matters more than a polished performance. If you show up as yourself and are curious about others, people notice. And a final tip. After meaningful meets, write a 1-line note to yourself about the person, their interests, where you met. It makes follow-up natural and human.
To close, 2 practical reminders. 1. Keep follow-ups specific and time-bound. Coffee tomorrow at 10? Beats vague, we should hang. 2. Treat your nomad life like a relationship portfolio. Small, steady investments beat frenzied networking. Real connections beat perfect locations. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next panel on community meetups with organizers from 3 popular nomad cities. Here's how men can build community on the road. Start small, show up consistently, and follow up. Let's make nomad life less lonely.
That's our conversation on First 72 Hours. How to build real connections fast when you land. Remember, travel further, connect deeper. Head to nomadlifesuccess.com to explore our wellness courses, supplements, and community resources. Don't forget the free Your Fast Track to Financial Freedom ebook while you're there. Subscribe, and we'll see you next time.